Your LinkedIn headline is probably just your job title. And that single choice is the reason recruiters scroll right past you, every single day, without ever knowing you exist. Here's the part nobody tells you. Recruiters don't browse LinkedIn the way you do. They don't open profiles and read them top to bottom. They run searches. Keyword searches. And your headline is the single most heavily weighted piece of text in that search. So when your headline just says software engineer or marketing manager, you've handed LinkedIn almost nothing to match against. You've labeled yourself instead of marketing yourself. And those are completely different jobs. Let me show you exactly how recruiters find candidates, because once you see it, you can never unsee it. Most recruiters use something called Boolean search. It's just a way of stacking keywords together. They'll type something like, Senior Product Designer, plus SaaS, plus B2B, plus Figma. LinkedIn then ranks profiles based on how many of those terms it can find. And guess where the algorithm looks hardest? Your headline. It carries more weight than your summary, more than your skills section, more than half the things you spent hours perfecting. So if your headline contains one keyword, your job title, you can match one search term. If it contains 5 relevant keywords, you can surface in dozens of different searches you never even imagined. This is the reframe that changes everything. Your headline is not a label that describes you. It's a search tool that finds you. It's free advertising space that runs 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. Now let's build the headline that actually works. I use a simple 3-part formula. Target role, plus specialty, plus outcome. Part 1, the target role. This is the job you want next, not necessarily the title you have right now. If you're a coordinator who wants to be a project manager, you lead with project manager. Recruiters search for the role they're hiring for, so speak their language. Part 2, the specialty. This is your niche, your industry, your tools, the specific flavor of what you do. Not just marketer, but B2B SaaS marketer. Not just data analyst, but healthcare data analyst who works in SQL and Python. Specialty is where you stop competing with 10 million people and start competing with 10,000. Specificity isn't limiting. It's how you get found. Part 3, the outcome. This is the payoff that makes a human actually click. After a recruiter's search surfaces you, a person still reads that headline. So tell them the result you create. Helping companies cut churn. Driving revenue growth. Shipping products users love. Put it together and you get something like this. Product Marketing Manager, B2B SaaS, I help startups turn features into revenue. Role, specialty, outcome. Keywords for the algorithm, and a hook for the human. Compare that to just Product Marketing Manager. One of these shows up in a search for SaaS, for startups, for revenue, for product marketing. The other one shows up in exactly one search, where everyone else is also competing. Let me give you a few more so you can see the pattern across fields. A software engineer might write, full stack engineer, React and Node, building fast, scalable web apps for fintech. A recruiter searching React, Node, fintech, or scalable now finds them 4 different ways. A career switcher coming from teaching into UX might write, aspiring UX designer, ex-educator, designing intuitive experiences with research-driven empathy. Notice it signals the target role first, then turns a non-traditional background into a strength. That last example matters. If you're switching careers, do not lead with the title you're leaving. Lead with where you're going. The headline is the one place you're allowed to claim your next role before anyone gives it to you. Now a few mistakes that quietly destroy your headline. First, the open-to-work trap. Writing only, seeking new opportunities wastes your most valuable keyword real estate on a phrase no recruiter ever searches for. Second, vague buzzwords. Results-driven, passionate, dynamic professional. Nobody types those words into a search bar. They're invisible to the algorithm and meaningless to humans. Cut them. Third, the emoji and symbol overload that buries your actual keywords between decorations. A little structure is fine. Just make sure the words that matter are doing the heavy lifting. Here's a quick tactic to find your exact keywords. Open 3 or 4 job postings for the role you want. Highlight the words that repeat across all of them. Those repeated terms are the same words recruiters are typing into search. Pull them straight into your headline. You have roughly 220 characters to work with. Use them. Every empty character is a search you're choosing not to appear in. And remember, this isn't a write-it-once decision. As your target shifts, your headline should shift with it. Chasing a more senior role? Update the keywords to match the seniority recruiters are filtering for. So let's bring it home. Your headline is not a name tag. It's a search engine listing for the one product you most want to sell, which is you. Take the formula. Target role, plus specialty, plus outcome. Rewrite your headline right now using real keywords pulled from real job posts. It takes about 5 minutes and it works while you sleep. Because the best opportunities rarely come from the jobs you apply to. They come from the recruiter who found you first, because this time, you were actually searchable.